on the radar. Yo, joining me today from the Bay, my guy C5 is here with me.
Yes,
What's up?
sir. My guy, you got it right. Oakland, California.
Yo, I've been having so many people from your way. I just kind of, the one thing I appreciate about the Zoom shit is that I've been able, I'm here in New York, and I've been able to connect
Yeah.
with so many amazing Bay area talents, LA talents, just
Mm.
California artists in general. So I do appreciate that because I'm able to make these connections now, and I'm excited to have you here and also kind of join
Right.
the growing list of Bay area artists that I've had on this show.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm glad to be here, man. Let's get it, man.
How you been during these crazy times, bro?
I've been good, bro. It has been a crazy time, but like it's been a good time for me though. Like I could say this been like I've learned a lot about myself. I've done a lot of self-reflection over this time, and I've had time to just sit down and really just assess who I am and what things I need to work on. So
Right.
like this been a growing process for me. Like I've enjoyed it. Yeah.
100%, 100%. Obviously, you had the Interstate 5 and Deluxe, which came out towards
Oh,
the end of 2020.
okay.
Now we out here with the Swimming with a Pisces, which is also a very dope project. I really love the art on this.
Oh,
When it came
appreciate it.
when it came to this project, what I'm saying, we're starting off the year with this project. Are you a Pisces?
Yeah, I am a Pisces. Yeah,
Okay, you're okay
I'm a
because I wasn't
Pisces.
sure if we were going with the you swimming with a pilot. Like there was like an underlying theme of like a female you was talking about
Oh,
or whatnot or a
right,
girlfriend
right,
or something like
right, right.
that. So with this project, explain to me like the concept of it and why you wanted to talk about being a Pisces. You're in Pisces season and all
Yeah.
this fun stuff.
Right, right. I'm an emotional being. I'm sensitive. Um, I'll be in my feels a lot,
Mm.
and that comes with being a Pisces. I've studied my astrology a little bit, and that comes with being a Pisces. And I wanted these songs to be, me being vulnerable, speaking on my situations and my thought process through them. I just wanted people to take a ride with me, like what really be going on in my mind, like to speak how I be feeling sometimes about shit, how I feel about the world or relationships and so forth. So yeah.
Are you heavy into astrology like that?
Nah, I never really was, but I've started but like from end of 2020 to now, like getting into more of my like spiritual side and like things like that. So now I'm into it and learning about the universe and all these things. So and you could hear it in the music too. I talk about it sometimes. So yeah, it's a new thing.
Right. I wasn't sure if we were gonna go into this interview and you were like super duper into like astrology because I know,
Yeah.
my girl and one of my homies are super into it. And they'll be like, "What's your sun rising, your moon, this moon that?" I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know if we was about to have like a whole astrology conversation in this interview.
Nah, I don't go in a depth. I mean, I know like my rising now, like then they're like a few months ago I learned it, but I'm not heavy into it. I'm still learning, but I just know like Pisces is emotional, sensitive. You feel me? And you gotta be in my feels, so that's kind of why I use the Pisces.
Right. And I feel like on this project, even just kind of looking at some of the tracks that are on here, there's like a little bit of a journey that you're going on with this,
Journey,
you know what I'm saying? Because like,
real journey.
Streets Don't Love You, which is a
Mm.
dope way to start off the project. You talk about like, people dying and I believe you mentioned Vaughn in on the record too, or was that a different record? Am
Oh,
I
it was that one. Yeah, yeah, King Vine. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, yeah. You mentioned Vaughn on that record. So explain to me the journey, because we go from that to then lessons and charge
Mm.
it to the game. Like there's like a whole
Yeah.
sequencing on it. So what was your sequencing thought in it, and why did you kind of want to really kind of touch on these certain topics within the project?
All right. So, I come from the streets. So, coming from the streets, I know like what it comes with. I know, it's either jail or death, but I'm also not judging it. I also know why people do cling to the streets. I was questioning myself in the song, like, why do I cling to the streets when I know, like, why do we cling to the streets? And, when we know what it come with, but it's like, man, like we look at our circumstances, like, so by the grace of God, I was able to rise above my circumstances, and I am where I am today. But a lot of people didn't. So like that's what I talk about on there. Charge it to the game is basically me. Like everybody don't think like me. I have a very unique way of thinking, and everybody doesn't think like me. And I've had to learn over the years to not have the expectations I have for myself for other people. So like when somebody let me down or disappoint me, you know, I gotta charge that shit to the game sometimes. You know, like me being older now, I just charge that shit to the game opposed to like wanting to do something to somebody, you know, somebody betray me. You know, like you gotta charge that shit to the game, man, and move on. Like I be letting karma take care of a lot of shit these days. You feel me? So that's where charging to the game came from. And you know, just feeling like half the shit I do for people they wouldn't do for me. You know, lessons that, you know, that kind of, yeah, they all kind of fall and play with each other. Yeah, lessons, you feel me? Lessons of the streets, lessons in life in general. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was like, you know, not a lot of people really care about the sequencing of projects anymore. And I feel like you had a good sequencing with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Man,
even with the titles, it just kind of like, it feels like more of a story, you know? And I think that that's really dope that you were kind of able to achieve that. Cause, you know, like I said, like not a lot of people really, you know, care or to kind of
right.
go that route with their projects anymore.
Nah, yeah, exactly. Nah, I wanted this to feel, you know, cohesive and like whole, like it's all together. It was dope about the sequence, like between lessons. My boy Samaj, he from New York,
Oh,
and then
dope.
like yeah, he from New York, so I was out there. I made the song out there, and then the next song after that is NY to LAX. Like
Yeah.
I wrote that song on the way back to LAX. Like it's dope. Like just the backstory behind the whole album is dope.
I love that. You know, I also kind of wanted to just touch on Interstate 5 real quick. I know we're a little
Mm.
ways removed from it, but I wanted to ask, you know,
No, yeah.
what were you trying to, what was your goal with that project? And like, what was, you know, the inspiration for that? Because that kind of dropped like, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, because I believe you dropped
Yeah, it was.
before the deluxe came out towards the end of the year in like September, October, right? And then the
Mm.
original, I believe, came out like
In
kind of
May.
May, yeah, May, like right before the summertime.
Right.
What did you kind of want to do with that project, and kind of why did you decide to go the deluxe route in September? And you know, like what was kind of the whole situation that I guess you were dealing with or trying to do with this project?
Well, Interstate 5,
Yeah.
Interstate 5 kind of was just like I was just recording and you know, I knew I had a project. I just didn't know what I was gonna name it. But you know, I ended up naming it Interstate 5 because, you know, I go back and forth from the Bay to LA. I've been doing that since
Okay.
2012. So I got roots in the Bay. I mean, like I'm from the Bay, so, and I got roots in LA. So I kind of wanted to, you know, and it's LA Bay vibes on
So
there.
is
And
Interstate 5, is that the highway that connects that you have to
yeah,
take? Okay,
exactly. That's
sorry,
the
I'm
highway.
not
Yeah,
from the West Coast, so I had to ask,
it's
my
all
bad.
good. Yeah, but that's why I did that. It's they connect. You gotta take Interstate 5 to get to the Bay. You gotta take Interstate 5 to get to LA from the Bay. Yeah.
So for you, that was kind of like just kind of connecting the dots of like the different cultures, I guess
Exactly.
that you
Exactly.
kind of incorporate in the music.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And you know, so I've also seen that you've opened up for a ton of really dope, amazing people. Chance the Rapper, Uzi, 21 Savage,
Mm,
Usher, etc., to name a few. Who do you
right.
feel like who was your favorite person to kind of open up for? Like who, because you know, sometimes when you open up for people, you know, the crowds will be a little, you know, a little walky, and then other times it's like, oh, the crowds are super lit, they feeling it, whatever. Who was your favorite
Right.
person
Right.
to open up for?
Oh, as far as like influence wise, I would definitely say Nipsey Hussle. You know, because you know I opened
Oh,
up
I
for
didn't know
him
you
and
opened for Nip. That's awesome.
that's the first person I ever opened up for. I opened up
Wow.
for him about 2, 3 times. I think it was 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first person I ever opened up for. And then as far as like as far as crowd goes, I opened up for Warren G in San Diego.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, that was one to remember. Like just from how they treated me
Mhm.
backstage, like anything. What's the list called when
The guest list? Set
Nah,
list?
not the guest list. You
Okay.
write a list of everything you want. Like if you want some Hennessy, you want some candy.
Okay. I don't know
it's
what the list called, but I understand what you're trying to say. It's just like they come to you and they're
it's
like,
a
yo,
writer. It's a writer. It's a
okay.
writer. So like yeah, like they just that's where I was really felt like a celebrity. Like yeah, like they anything I wanted, they brought it back, and the crowd was fucking with me crazy. Like yeah, that was a defining moment in my career for sure.
That's
Yeah,
hard. Yo,
Warren
so
G. Shout out Warren G.
I also wanted to ask then, you know, because you mentioned the Nip thing, and I know how close Nip was with younger artists and you know, just kind of giving out game. Was there any game that he ever gave
Mm.
you? Like when you opened for him, was there any like, Was there a lot of interaction? Was was
Mm.
there any game he gave you? Like, did you have any words with him?
Like I ain't never really like met him. Like I met him, but it wasn't we never
Got
really
you.
had like hella dialogue. Like we talked in the DMs before on Twitter, but other than that, nah, we ain't really get to like chop it up or nothing like that. It was like loud in there and shit. But I shook his hand and shit, took a picture. You feel me, little shit like that. But it wasn't nothing like nah.
Got you. I had to ask because you never know. Because like sometimes when you be having these interactions, you be getting
Right.
gems from people like him.
Nah, facts. But what was dope though? So I hit him on Twitter probably like around like 2012, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how much for a verse? So he said he hit me back. He was like 5,000 for a verse, right? And then I'm like, all right, like I ain't had really had no bread. I'm in college. I ain't really had no bread at the time, but I'm like, all right, I'm trying to try to get it. And then out of nowhere, he hit me back. He hit me back. Just I ain't even hit him. He hit me back, and he said 10,000. He was like 15,000 for a verse now, like a year later. You feel me? It was just dope to like damn, nigga working. Like I see his progress.
I feel like that was a little disrespectful too. Like you didn't even hit him back after that, and he was like, "Oh, by the way, I know it's been a year, but the price just went up."
Yeah, I mean, I ain't taking no way. Like I looked at it as like inspiring. Like and he working. You feel me? It's his value
Right.
going
Nah,
up.
facts.
I respect it.
Facts. So
Yeah.
that was probably around the time of the double XL cover too. So that's probably why, like, with the freshman list. So that's probably why it definitely went up.
Right, right.
That's a funny story. Thank you for sharing that with me. I love hearing
That's dope.
stories like that.
I still got the DMs. I should post that shit. I
You
still
really,
got it.
you really should. I love that, man. And also I was scrolling through your gram, and I saw that you got your first movie placement.
Oh yeah.
Tell me
Yes,
a little bit
sir.
about that.
So my manager, she was the content producer on the movie. So
Dope.
like basically after it was shot, she kind of she like produced it and basically brought everything together. And she introduced me to the director that's also the main character in the movie.
Okay.
And like cool dude. Shout out Gia. Shout out Lyric too. And so she sent him my song. He rocked with it. It was an easy call. He threw it on the track list. Yeah, on the soundtrack.
That's dope. And now I also let's get into some visuals. Obviously, you already have some visuals out now. But you also have some more visuals on the way. Tell me a little bit about that. What do we got going on visual wise? Like what's the plan right now?
Oh, it was right now I got the Issues video that's going crazy right now, featuring Kyle Banks. Shot by Milo DiMarteo, directed by Lyric Perez. And then the next one up is The Fool for Love. And I'm gonna do that 10 toes after that. And then I'm with it after that. I'm still trying to figure out what's gonna come after that. Cause it's so many songs, so many good songs on here. I want to shoot videos for all of them.
You want to have like a whole movie for the project.
Man, for real. So like but I know like, I don't know. I know I gotta move on to the next project at some point, but like I'm gonna ride this one out for a minute because like this project the one for sure. Like this shit him.
I definitely believe in that too, man. This project is super dope. As we look towards the rest of 2021 and beyond, what else do you have planned that the people got to be on the lookout for? Are you dropping again this year? Are you gonna do a deluxe? Like, what else do we have to kind of be on in tune with from you this year?
I was just talking to my manager about that. I'm thinking about doing a deluxe. Like I recorded a few songs since I dropped the project, and they feel like they could fit this project. Like so, I'm thinking about doing a deluxe, and definitely gonna drop a couple more projects this year. That was my plan. My initial plan was to drop 4 projects, but things change.
Of course,
this project taking off, so. I might gotta ride this one a little more, so a little longer. So yeah.
Got you. Is there anything else that we
shows?
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, things popping up now, so things opening up. So shows definitely, want to get some shows. They ain't really performed in over a year. So
when Rolling Loud Bay Area come back, we gotta make sure you on that lineup.
Oh yeah, facts. That's a fact.
I'm still so mad because when Rolling Loud, I think Bay Area was the one right before New York. And the New York one is kind of when I first got my start going into the Rolling Louds and doing interviews there and whatnot. And I was so mad because I remember my homie who was my video guy, he's from the Bay. So I was always like, yo,
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, yo, you did me this solid. I'm gonna do you solid. I'm gonna take you to the Bay, to the Bays rolling out when they do it again. And then
Yeah.
5 months later, COVID came. You feel me?
Crazy. Also, so you tapped in with a lot of Bay people.
Yeah, I went to well in my school in Queens. There were a lot of people from the Bay, and then obviously now during
Word.
this crazy coronavirus time, I made many connections from the Bay. So I'm very excited for when when Rolling Loud comes out there because I already know I'm about to have some fun with this shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. So what school you went to in Queens?
I went to St. John's in Queens.
St. John's.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like mostly
Okay.
New Yorkers, people from the DMV, and people from LA and the Bay.
That's a college, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
college. Yeah, it's
Ain't that the
university.
one? Ain't that the one that J. Cole went to? Did he go to St.
Yes,
John's?
yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, that's
sir.
what's up.
That's kind of how I got my start at the radio station interviewing like Kaz and Omen when J. Cole came for his tour. So that's kind of how
Okay.
this whole shit started. But yeah, so I'm
That's what's
pumped.
up, bro.
Now you interviewing me. What we doing here?
Oh, now I gotta know about you too, man.
No, but yeah, man, that's why I'm so pumped for just to kind of be back out there and kind of get to go to the Bay for the first time because I personally never been out there. So when Rolling Loud Bay Area comes back, I definitely think it's gonna be a movie, and I'm excited, and I'm hoping that we gonna see you on that lineup because I definitely think
I'm gonna be there.
it's time.
I'm gonna be there. It's time. Show them affirmative. I'm gonna be on there for sure.
You also got some merch coming on the way. You told me before this, before we started the interview, what type of merch you got going on?
Merch dropping tomorrow. I got shirts. Can you see it? I got tees,
Yes.
hoodies, mask, and lyric books.
Oh,
So
okay, that's dope.
I got lyric books with like pictures. It's like it's a photo in a lyric book. Yeah. So I got those dropping tomorrow.
Man, that's dope. Congratulations on all the success so far. Obviously we're only a few weeks into this project. We're only like when we're recording this, we're only like 12 days into the project being out. When this drops, it'll probably be like 3 weeks. But like, right. I think it's
it's only 12 days. Yeah, it's only 12 days. Right.
Yeah, so I think it's going so well so far, and I think it's only up from here. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here, taking the time out of your day to come chop it up with me. Before we go, anything else that the people got to be in tune with? I know we covered a lot of stuff already, but is there anything else that they got to know that they got to be on the lookout for when it comes to C5?
Man, just stay updated at official C5 on all the socials. Get me on your Spotify, your Apple Music, YouTube, subscribe. Yeah, at official C5 on everything, man. And then C5 on the DSPs, the Spotify and Apple Music. Yeah.
Boom. You know what? Normally after that, I'd be like, yo, let them know where they could follow you at. But you already did my job for me. You know what I'm saying? C5 taking over this interview for me. But again, bro, I appreciate you being here. Congratulations on the new album. Everybody go make sure y'all run up that album, Swim with a Pisces, out now. And until next time, we gonna check back in. C5 on the radar, baby.